we're going to Center Parcs. I'm so excited. The whole family is so excited. We've not been for 2 years, so we're really looking forward to going back. And this is my sort of get ready prep for Center Parcs video. So if you don't know me, I'm rocking 5 kids. As the title suggests, we have 5 children. And some of them are older now, so they're actually adults. One of them's flown the nest, but this holiday they are all coming with us. We've got lots of activities planned, restaurants booked, and it's going to be really exciting. We're off tomorrow morning and I think I'm almost ready, but I just thought I would go through what we've got packed and what I'm prepping for it, and yeah, show you what we feel we need. We do take a lot of stuff, but you know, with 5 kids, or you know, 7 people, a family of 7, you're gonna have a lot of stuff. So I've got it all on the bed behind me. The suitcases are done with clothes already. I'm not going to go through all the clothes, you don't need to know what we're wearing, you'll see that. But basically it's going to be hot, so we've all got shorts for every day, t-shirts for every day, a couple of spares, 1 pair of trousers each, because it is going to be hot every day, so I don't think we'll need them, but it's a just in case. 1 jumper each. Well, actually I've snuck 2 in, but just in case it gets chilly in the evenings. And yeah, it's Center Parcs, so you don't need to dress up or anything, you don't need lots of changes of clothes. Comfortable for doing activities and for getting dressed again after swimming, but I think is basically the rule with Center Parcs for us. So then I've got boxes of everything else. I have my lists and I have my categories. So we've got swimming. We've got Oscar, who's our youngest. He has a category of his own because there's extra stuff he needs. Medication, toiletries, kitchen stuff, clothes, barbecue, because we do like to have a barbecue when we're there, although I'm not sure if it will happen this time. Apparently barbecues are banned at the moment because we're going through a heat wave, which is a bit gutting but completely understandable. Shoes, because we like to take trainers, but also like Crocs or sliders or something for when you're going to the pool and stuff. Miscellaneous stuff, tech and food. So those are my categories. Let's get on with showing you what we're packing. So I've got my tech box here. We like to take plastic crates because it just makes it so much easier to unload the car rather than loads of bags. Got a couple of extension leads because I have a lot of stuff to charge and use with the cameras and the laptops and everything, so we want to make sure we've got enough. Battery pack for the phones, got a couple of those, just really useful if you're out for a long time using your phone a lot, nice to have a backup. Now this, we've got the Amazon Fire Stick. This is the first time we're taking one. This is brand new actually. We've only just bought it. It was Amazon Prime Day a couple of days ago. So we're actually changing our TV subscription, so we thought we'd give this a go. But we're not using it just yet, so we thought we'll take it to Center Parcs and see how it goes. So it looks really good. We had one a few years ago which had like Netflix and Now TV and obviously Amazon Prime on. But this one now, it also does live TV, so that'll be good. So just in case we've got time to watch TV, which I don't think we will, we've got that. Then I've got my camera case for the camera I'm using here, which is the Canon G7X Mark II, which is an amazing camera. But then also I will be taking my DJI Pocket Osmo 3, which I have in this case, which I bought from Amazon. I don't like the case it originally came in. I find it really hard to pack everything back into it, which is really frustrating. So I bought this one. And it has slots for everything. Just show you. I've actually got some rubber covers for it because I just like to protect it a bit more. So you've got your camera, which is amazing. Very small, but the lens is on a gimbal, which means it has really great stabilisation. So that you can film in landscape or portrait. You've got your screen there. Then it also comes with, you charge that. It doesn't have removable batteries or anything. And then you have a spare battery that you can attach to it. You also have the extension, or a mini tripod, which is really handy. It also came with, oh, if I can get it out, mic, which is just a lovely clip-on mic, and the fluffy bit for the mic if it's really windy. I'm not sure what that's called. And then I've also got a spare cable to charge it just in case, and a spare SD card. I should be okay, but I like to come prepared. So that's that one. And then for this camera I've got a tripod. I've also got this little case which has the spare batteries in, and spare SD cards as well for that camera. Charger for it, of course. And then I also have my tripod for my phone, which is really handy, just in case. And because I'm going to hopefully be doing some editing there, I've got my little dongle which I can put my SD card in and then transfer all my footage onto my laptop, which I find a lot easier than using Wi-Fi for, because it's just so much quicker. So that's all my camera stuff. I have this, which I love. It is a Bluetooth speaker. I bought that from IKEA. So if we want to be listening to music, we've got that there. And then obviously there'll be chargers, and my laptop will be going. But the chargers are on my list of stuff to do tomorrow morning before we go, because loads of them will be in use overnight. So that's that lot. Then we have my delicious, wicked toiletries bag. I mean, you know what toiletries you take, but you know, just in case, I've got my face scrub, which I love. It's a vitamin C one from Primark, and it was £3.50, and it's amazing. Soap, I always like to take a new soap when we go away. I don't know why. Moisturiser, Swear by Clinique. That's also got an SPF 50 in it. It's the Moisture Surge. No, sorry, SPF 25. And then, yeah, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all of that sort of stuff. Our shampoo and conditioner are already in the swim bags, because we are hoping to go swimming when we get there. Well, not exactly when we get there. First of all, we've got lunch booked at the Pancake House, which is our favourite restaurant. If you've never been to the Pancake House, you have to go. And we all actually like the savoury pancakes. They are just amazing. And then after that, we've got the Adventure Golf booked. Then after that, we'll be getting into our lodge. But then after that, I think we'll hopefully try and have a swim that evening. So, swim kits are all ready. I will show you those in a minute. What have we got next? We've got my crate. Now actually a lot of this will go into the suitcases because they're not full. So I've got my makeup. I'm not going to be doing a huge amount of makeup while we're away. It's an activity holiday. It's going to be busy. It's going to be hot. There's not much point. But what I do have is my Garnier Vitamin C Glow, which just gives you a nice base, and my L'Oreal Panorama mascara, which is brilliant. So yeah, and then just a little something for the lips. Clinique Chubby Stick. Love these. They're so moisturising, and just give you a bit of colour. Spare glasses, just in case. Now because I live in Hope, I also have my crochet to take. I've got a blanket I'm working on. I don't know if we'll have time. I don't know if I'll have the energy to do it after our days there, but I'm taking it just in case. And in the same vein, I also have a couple of books. I think I put one in my, yeah, I put one in my handbag. I've got Love and Told by Ruth Jones. I actually picked that up at a charity shop because I read one of her books that I cannot remember what it was called now. Loved it, and then saw that in the charity shop, so I was like, right, having that. So I'm reading that at the moment, but I'm also reading this at the moment, Unruly by David Mitchell, which is kind of a history of England's kings and queens, but told in David Mitchell's quite amusing way. And it's really good, and it also debunks a lot of myths, which is great. So that's a good one that I just sort of dip in and out of if I'm not in the mood for the other book. I've got my hair styler, which I love. It's a Revolution one. Comes with 6 different attachments, but I'm only going to take the one. Just nice for drying your hair and giving it a nice smooth finish. I've got my little folder which has all of my plans in for my videos and everything, what I'm doing, what I'm gonna do, all of that sort of stuff. Hairbrush, love a tangle teaser. It's just good for a whole family. My greatest manifestation book, because, you know, you've got to manifest. So I should be doing more of that on holiday because I never do enough of it. I always think every day I'm going to do it, I'm going to fill it in every day, and then I don't. But, you know, I will try. And then we've got this, my adorable little Up toiletries bag, but that's actually our medical kit. I loved that in Primark, I couldn't help it. It's quite small, so I've had to squeeze everything into it. But never mind, that's gonna fall. So what have we got? I mean, they do have shops on site and they will have the basics, but I like to be prepared. So we've got ibuprofen gel because me and Simon are old. I've got Vicks First Defence, amazing. If you ever feel like you're coming down with a cold, take this, and it just never happens. It's brilliant. Blister plasters, like I say, it's an activity holiday. We've got ibuprofen, paracetamol, kids ibuprofen, kids paracetamol, Gaviscon, diarrhea tablets, just in case. Deep freeze muscle rescue spray. Simon's put that in there. I think because he's worried that we're going to be doing so much, he's going to need it. So that's just our little medical kit to take with us to make sure we're not caught off guard. But then also I've got my bag that I should be using. Pick that up from Primark as well. I love that. This is my holiday vibe bag. So in there I've got my book, hat for Oscar, sunglasses, sun cream, pen and notebook. But then I've also got my it's a first aid kit plus other little bits that you might need. So in here it is packed. I've got blister plasters, antiseptic wipes, tampons, safety pins, sachets of Calpol, more ibuprofen gel, because you never know. I've got bite cream and nail clippers and indigestion tablets, just in case. But it's really handy to just carry that around with me because it's really small. I have it in my handbag all the time anyway, just on a day-to-day basis, because you never know. So that's my handbag that I will be taking. What have we got left? We've got, oh, the kitchen box. Yeah, like I said that the barbecues were banned, but you never know, it might come back in by the end of the week if the weather cools down, which it's supposed to. So I've got a chocolate barbecue fondue set. I used one of those last time we were there, it was really good. So you get two little trays of chocolate, whitened milk. You get some skewers and you get some marshmallows. You don't get strawberries in it, but I've got strawberries anyway. and you can just put the chocolate on the barbecue when you finish cooking all your meat or whatever you're cooking, and it's still warm. You can put your chocolate on there, it will melt, and then you can just put your stuff on your skewers and dip it in, which is lovely. We've got our barbecue tools because don't always find the ones at the villa are great. Simon also insisted on bringing his barbecue apron. So a friend gave this to him for his birthday, and it's got it, Simon's barbecue, because every year we have a big barbecue and it's called the barbecue because that's our surname. And yeah, a friend very kindly had that made for him. I've also got some hand wash in case we need to wash any clothes. Some pegs. Oh, that's open. I'm taking, I can't remember if they have airers there. I know they quite often have a thing that size over the bath that you can dry stuff on. But just in case, we're taking our airer, our clothes airer, because even if we're not washing stuff, I can put the swim kits on it to dry. Now there is a little beach there. We're going to Elvedon, and there's a little beach there. I think there's a little beach at all of them. I know there is at Sherwood and Woburn. And we've got some of this sand away. Never used it before, but apparently it's really good. So if you get, you know, kids have got sand all over them and you want to get it off and don't want to traipse sand all through your villa, I'm going to give this a try. I shall let you know how we get on with that. Plastic cutlery and reusable straws. I cannot stand wooden cutlery. I understand the need for it, and not using single-use plastics, so we have our own that are reusable, and I take those on all days trips or holidays, everything. Tin foil just in case. Bottle opener and corkscrew, because there's nothing worse than being caught out with a bottle of wine with a cork in it. Matches again in case we have the barbecue. We were caught out with that a couple of years ago. We forgot our matches. Simon ended up using we have a jump starter for the car. He ended up using that to try and light it. It wasn't working. Tea towel. Now the main reason for the tea towel is inside I have a sharp knife. The knives there are rubbish, and I mean that's what happens when you get a lot of people using the same equipment all the time. But yeah, the knives are not good there, so I've bought our own. A little ice making block because the kids are all obsessed with having ice in their drinks. I've got a variety of sizes of sandwich bags. They're just IKEA ones, the reusable ones. Just because you never know, they always come in handy for all sorts of things. And then also, now these are sold as things to put your toiletries in for travel, but I've used that for, I've got washing up liquid, I've got kitchen spray, and then, what's the third one? Oh, I think that's washing liquid as well. It is. I don't need to take the other one. Good job I'm going through this. And then I've also got a couple of dishwasher tabs. You do get some when you go to the villa, and you do get a little sachet of washing up liquid, but it's not enough. Not enough for 5 days, especially with 7 of us. So that's all our kitchen stuff. Then the rest of the stuff is downstairs, so I should take you downstairs in a moment. Pack all this back up. And down there we've got the swim kits and the food and shoes. So while we're here though, let's just go through my list of things that we will need to put in the morning, because obviously there's some stuff you'll be using in the evening and stuff. So toothbrushes, we have a blackout blind that just attaches with suckers in Oscar's room, our 5-year-old, because his blinds lets light in at the corners and it wakes him up. So we're going to take that off his window and take that with us because he likes to sleep in pitch black. all the fridge food I need to get out in the morning and pack into our big cool bag. Chargers, anything that plugs in that we're using overnight, any medication that we need. I've got some bolognese that I made a few days ago and put straight in the freezer, and so that's going to go in, so that'll be a meal one night. It's going to be really easy to make. So yeah, those are our little bits that we've got to get ready in the morning. I do love a list. So yeah, that's everything there. Let's go downstairs and check on how that's doing. Right, so I've come downstairs because everything else is downstairs, so I thought it was just easier. So for the start, we've got our big crate of food. There is a shop on site. It sells a lot of stuff actually, it's quite good, but it is sort of pricier than your average supermarket. Not hugely, but it just makes sense to take quite a bit of your own stuff that you know you're going to want. So we've got cereal, we've got tea, we've got coffee, we've got sugar, we've got ketchup. Everyone, well, Simon and the kids love ketchup, so got that. We've got some wraps because that would be nice to have one day or 2 days. We've got loads of stuff in the fridge that we'll be taking, so lots of cooked meats, cheese, salad, that sort of thing, so we can have wraps one day when we're at the villa wanting something not too heavy. Lots of snacks, some cookies. Now I also take cooking oil because you don't want to have to buy a big thing of cooking oil there. Salt and pepper. I've got some macaroni for our pasta, for our bolognese. I know you should have spaghetti, but this is just easier to transport and cook quickly. What else have we got? We've got bananas, apples. Obviously we've got other fruit in the fridge like strawberries and grapes and stuff, but that's all staying there till tomorrow morning. We've got some squash, we've got some mayo, some more cakey bits, because we're on holiday and it's nice to have a treat. So, oh, and then I've got my bag of baked goods. We've got pain au chocolat. We have been, my son's been to Costco and he has bought a whole big tray of pastries. So I'm sure they will be gone quite quickly with there being 7 of us. And then also we have these bake at home baguettes, which are really nice. It feels like you're having fresh bread. You can just whack them in the oven for 10 minutes. So that's nice. That's our crate of food. Oh, quite big. Like I say, easier to take a crate of food rather than just loads of bags that you're going to be carrying. Then swim kits. We've all got a little Disney rucksack. I've talked about these when I've been to Disneyland Paris. I pick them up there quite often and I've ended up with quite a few. They're like €10 each, but they're so handy and they're so light. And nylon, so putting wet stuff in it doesn't matter. So that's, everyone's got one each for their swimming kit except Oscar. His is going in with mine. So yeah, we've got towel, swimming costume, goggles. Most of us like to wear swim t-shirts as well, because you do get UV rays coming through the dome, so just to make sure that we're not going to get burnt or anything, they like to wear the swim t-shirts on top with their trunks. So we've got that. We then have the games. Simon and the kids are big fans of board games. I'll play a bit, but not a huge amount. And I thought they'd bring 1 or 2, but they've chosen quite a lot. So we've got Ninja Dice, which is quite a good one in restaurants and stuff. It's really small to take around. You can have a quick game of that. Rubik's Race. This one I do play. I'm quite competitive about that one. And that's just a nice quick 2-player game. We've got Rat-a-Tat-Cat, Coup Reformation. I've never played that, but the others like it. Marvel Splendor. Again, they all love that. We'll see how many we get through when we're there. I bet we don't get through half of these. Ticket to Ride. Catan, they usually have a big game of this when we go to Center Parcs. That's a firm family favourite, Catan. Simon's actually got quite a lot of the expansion packs, but we'll just take the one. And then, now Tom, my oldest boy, bought me this a couple of years ago and I've never played it. It's a Small World board game. So we're going to take that, and I'm going to definitely make sure we play it, because it was lovely of him to buy it and it's one of my favourite rides at Disney. So that's the games. And then finally, our final thing, move everything else out of the way, we have this, which I think I need to put out and I'll show you. It is our wagon. So Oscar likes to sit in there when he's tired. It's really handy, especially after swimming and stuff. And then you can just chuck all the bags in. So it's really good. I'll pop it out and I'll do a little video of it. But yeah, it's a really handy wagon to have, rather than a pushchair that you can't really get much stuff in. It's also handy if you're going shopping, to do some food shopping and you want to take that back to the villa and you're not wanting to carry everything. Okay, so here's the wagon. It's a radio flyer wagon. It's nice and big. It's got some waist straps here. There's actually one each side, so you can actually put 2 children in. But obviously we only have the one that goes in. It's got the handle for pulling, which then attaches by magnet up there. We got a couple of little pockets. The wheels at the front turn, which makes steering quite easy. At the back we've also got a big sunshade that fits on the top. So these bits come out. I can just get that out. Can I do it one-handed? No. Let's try this one. No. Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, the sunshade just pops on the top. So yeah, really handy bit of kit to have. So that's our pack with us video for Center Parcs. I'm getting really excited about going. I hope you follow along with us. We're going to have some really good adventures. I think I'm trying to think what we've got booked. We've got the Pancake House booked. We've got paintballing, indoor climbing, pottery painting. What else have we got booked? I know there is stuff, quad bikes, mucky pups for Oscar, which is like an art and crafty type thing. And what else? I'm sure there's another thing and I can't remember. Never mind. I've got the itinerary on my phone, so. And as soon as we get there, I'm sure somebody will be writing it on the chalkboard, what we're doing every day. And of course, lots of swimming. Oh, one thing I didn't put in this is I've also got an action camera, which I've only just bought. I got it in the Prime Day deals, and it's just arrived this evening. So I need to get that out and have a go and have a play with it. So hopefully I'll be able to do some filming in the pool, because it's underwater, it can go underwater. And I'm hoping I can use it for paintballing as well, because I'm going to be doing the paintballing. We shall see. So yeah, like and subscribe so that you can follow all of our adventures in the next 5 days. Thank you.